Today we're making bang bang chicken with fragrant rice. There really isn't much to this dish. All of the ingredients are laid out right in front of me, making it nice and cheap. There's 610 calories per serving and 47 grams of protein, and this recipe makes 5 single portions. Now, starting with our chicken, what I have here is 900 grams or 1.9 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken thigh. This can then be sliced in half lengthways, just go straight down the center, and then dice it into small to medium bite-sized pieces. Trying your best to get it even sizes, that way it will all cook at the same rate. When you have all of that done, this can then be added to a bowl, and we'll put the chicken aside for the time being. For the bang bang sauce, 1/3 of a cup or 80 grams of low fat or regular mayonnaise, 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of high protein yogurt, half a cup or 125 milliliters of sweet chili sauce, you can use low sugar varieties, 1/4 of a cup or 60 grams of sriracha mayo just for a little bit of extra heat, grate zest of 1 lime. You can also use lemon for this recipe. Just use whatever you can get. Just that nice little bit of citrus added in there just adds that extra flavor. Make sure you scrape all of that in. We also need the lime juice, so we'll slice that lime in half and then just squeeze that all in there. And you can add a little bit of that pulp. It's all extra flavor. Season with a pinch of salt, as well as a little bit of cracked black pepper. Mix it all together, make sure everything is combined, all of those flavors have become friends. What this makes is a really nice, beautiful sauce, as well as a marinade. So we'll be using a little bit of this before we cook the chicken, and then adding some on right at the end. With it all mixed through though, you should have something that looks like this. Now with our marinade, we'll add about half onto the chicken. Add in 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of onion powder, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of smoked paprika, and just a small little pinch of chili powder, which is optional. And then mix all of this together. Make sure everything is completely coated in that sauce, as well as all of the seasonings. And that right there is our marinated bang bang chicken. Place the chicken onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper, scrape out any remaining marinade. Spread it out so it's not sitting on top of one another, and if your baking tray is a little bit smaller, you might need to do this over 2 trays just to avoid the chicken steaming. Now with that all done, this can go in the oven. This is set at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to cook this for about 25 to 26 minutes. In the meantime, place a saucepan onto your stovetop, place it over a low heat, add in 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, run 2 cloves of garlic along a microplane to create a paste. You can also roughly chop this if you prefer, but paste just cooks so much better in this. Scrape that all in there to avoid any waste. And then cook this for about 45 seconds to 1 minute, just getting it nice and sizzling, as well as making it really nice and fragrant. We don't want to put too much color on it here either. We just want to get that nice flavor going. With that done, add in 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of washed jasmine rice, 550 milliliters of chicken stock, 2 or 3 lime leaves, which are completely optional, and just a small pinch of salt. Whack it over a high heat. Give it a quick mix just to prevent any clumps and mix that salt through, and then we're going to bring this up to a boil. When it is at a boil, place on a lid, turn the heat down to low. I'll just turn the heat off. Don't do that. When it is at a boil, turn the heat down to low, place on a lid, and we'll let this cook for 12 minutes undisturbed. Now the rice has been cooking for 12 minutes, just leave the lid on for 4 minutes off the heat and then allow it to continue steaming, and then we can remove that lid. Just be careful of any escaping steam. Remove the lime leaves if you use them. They had a beautiful fragrance, you can really smell it. And then just fluff this up with a fork or a spatula, separating all of those grains. And we have this beautiful rice that we can just pop aside until that chicken is ready. Just before we serve up, as a garnish, I'm using spring onions or scallions. I'm going to be using 2 of them. Don't go out and buy a whole bunch just to use 2. I have them lying around, so that's why I'm going to use them. And all I'm doing with this is just slicing them into thin rounds. You can also do it on an angle if you prefer, just creates that nice little bit of presentation. And like I said, you don't need to go out and buy a whole bunch just to use 2. Only use them if you have them. I have also put the remaining bang bang sauce in a squeezy bottle. If you don't have one of these, you can just spoon it over at the end. When it comes to serving up, I'm using 5 750 milliliter Luvelli containers. I have a link for these in the description. For the rice, I'm just placing this on one side of the container, and all of the weights are currently on screen. After 26 minutes, your bang bang chicken will look like this. You have those beautiful dark spots on there. It's all caramelization and adds extra flavor. Add the chicken to the opposite side of those containers, and again, the weights for the chicken are on screen. Drizzle over that remaining bang bang sauce. You can get a little bit on the chicken as well as on the rice. And if you use a squeezy bottle, just make sure that the hole is big enough so the sweet chili can come through. Garnish with the spring onion or scallion if you're using it. And then this right here is our Bang Bang chicken. Incredibly easy to make, doesn't require much effort, and this is the macro card for an individual portion with the remaining nutrition values as well as the full written recipe in the link in the description. Let these cool down for about 15 to 20 minutes, then we can place on the lids. These will last 4 days in the fridge and 4 months in the freezer. The best part about these containers is that we can vacuum seal them, so we'll get an extra day out of them. And then the best way to reheat them is just put them in the microwave for about 3 minutes and heat them until they're nice and hot. With everything said and done, we can then dig in. The chicken's nice and juicy, has a fantastic flavor. It's got that nice little crunch on the edges as well from the caramelization. The rice is fragrant, it mixes really well, a beautiful blend of flavors, and I cannot wait for you to try it.